Let's try that again.
Wow.
Hello, my friends, Gary Goers, and fellow poets. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. I had a feeling that the mic was going to pull that little trick of its own. I don't know. I'm tired. Hello, everybody. Hello, class. Hello, Mark. Hello, Delgo. Hello, Swastik. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to this weekend's stream, Conversing with Poets. So good to have you here. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're watching playback, don't forget to hit that like button. I really, really appreciate it. We've just got one topic today. We're gonna just stream for 1 hour today, I'm afraid, but we do have some interesting news articles, and we're going to talk about the role of the poet. That's going to be our topic for this evening, or this afternoon, or this morning, depending on where you are in the world. Hello, little Danny. Thank you so much for jumping in. Hope you've had a fab week. Right back at you. I saw that Mark has had a challenging weekend, so I'm very sorry to hear that, Mark, but I'm glad that you said you're doing great regardless. So happy seeing you after so long. Yeah, good to have you back, Swastik. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Mark says people should check out Jim Morrison of The Doors. Yeah, I think most people on this channel now know what an influence Jim had on me and my journey with poetry. If you like something offbeat, Ghalib's ghazals are great. Nice, Mark. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you very much, everyone. Good to see you all here. Good to see you all here. So yeah, we're going to talk about the role of the poet this evening on this stream, and also some fun little news articles as always. So how are you guys? How has everyone been since I last saw you? What have you been up to? What have you been writing? We also have a poem because Herb sent in a super chat. I'll wait to see if Herb gets here, but Herb did send in a super chat last week or the week before and didn't send a poem in. So I quickly messaged him today as like, hey Herb, I'm waiting on a poem from you. So we have Black Aura, but I'll wait to see if he joins us before reading it. Otherwise, I'll read it just before the news section. Hi Adam, Delgale, Little Danny, and Swastik. Hi class. I'm fairly confident in saying that class has hit that like button. But if you haven't hit that like button, don't forget to hit that like button. We got 10 people watching and only 5 likes, so we can do better than that. Come on, guys, we can do better than that. Hi, Dazzle in the Dark. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to this evening's stream. We're talking about the role of poets and a couple of news articles too. Whilst Adam does his best not to yawn on stream. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes. I'm going to set the target of 10 likes before we really get into the nitty gritty of the stream. And before we do that, let me know what you guys have been up to this week. Not looking forward to the upcoming 6 days. Straight at work, then Blaze's 1 year anniversary Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. That's 6 days straight. That's a lot. Hi, Ghost of a Goddess. Thank you for joining us. 6 days straight. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a big stretch. Your hair's getting long, Adam. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it at this length, though. I don't think I'm going to grow it any further like I did a couple years ago. When I look back at the old photos and old videos, I'm like, what was I thinking having hair that long? And it was so many dead ends and stuff. So I think I'm going to keep it about this length. I've been learning to drive. Nice, nice, Ghost of a Goddess. How are you finding it? How are you finding it? I remember those days learning to drive, kangarooing down the road. Accelerate, brake, poof, poof. I remember those days. One hope. But now, when it has shattered into 1,000 pieces, then, O heart, close the door, your beloveds are no more. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you, Delgo, right off the bat. Nice. You're a legend. Thank you so much, Delgo, for the super chat, for the £5 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Hi, Mitchell Malone. Champ is in the house. The champ is in the house. That's the newest poem I've written. Nice, Swastik. Read my poem above, Adam. Hey, Mitch. Mitchell Malone. We need one more like before we can get started. We've got 15 people watching. That's incredible. Hi, everyone. Hello, poets out there in the world. Don't forget to hit that like button and do say hello in the chat. We don't bite. We want to hear from you. We want you to get involved. We're here for a good time. We're here to discuss. Just do it respectfully is all we ask, which I'm sure is not too much to ask. I'm sure is a doable thing. So hello everyone out there in the world. Hello poets. We just need one more like before we can get into the news section. So oh, I done my first multi-story car park in Jellybean, my bike this week. Nice. Congratulations, Danny. Thank you, Dale Girl, for supporting the community. Yes, we really, really appreciate it. I always get confused when people say MM because I know Mitchell Malone and Mythical Meter as well. So I always have to double check I haven't missed anyone. We're at 10 lakes actually. We are, I don't know why my screen does this every time. There we go. Now my screen is caught up. We are at 10 likes. I almost feel bad for reading Herb's poem without Herb being here. So I'm gonna hold off on reading Herb's poem until Herb gets here. I'll do the news section first, and then if Mythical Meter hasn't joined us after that, we will read it in his absence. So let's go over to the breaking news. All right, we got some interesting breaking news stories for this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world, as I keep saying. So let's get started with the president. The president writes poetry, and no, it's not that one. President Michael D. Higgins, president of Ireland, is to release an album of poetry, which is awesome. President Michael D. Higgins is set to release an album of poetry later this year. The spoken word album, called Against All Certainty, will feature 10 original poems set to music by Miles O'Reilly. The album was recorded in Aris and Uachtaráin. Totally butchered that. I'm really sorry, Irish poets. And will be put out by Cladder Records. President Higgins has published 4 books of poetry. This will be his first recorded project in spoken word. A series of videos will also be released as part of the project, which among things will depict the hardship of the president's early life. Against All Certainty will be available in a number of formats, including CD and vinyl. It will be released on the 5th of September. That would be really, really interesting. So keep your eyes out for that. The President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins, to release an album of poetry. Now, for Danny's sake, I keep going back to the mod card because I don't want to confuse things. My tabs are in a completely different order. So, all right, our next headline is a poetry competition. Okay, so when I was researching for this video, for this stream, and I saw this headline, I was hella confused. I'm still hella confused. I couldn't find the answer in the article. I was skimming it, so maybe I went over it, but I didn't see anything. So anyway, poetry competition judged by Will Poulter launched for young UK writers. How to enter. If you don't know, Will Poulter is a Hollywood actor, and and I don't know why they're judging a poetry competition. I mean, I'm glad that there is a poetry competition. It's for a really good cause, but I was very confused as to why Will Poulter is the judge. But maybe we'll find it now. Over the summer holidays, award-winning children's paper First News is encouraging children to write poems about the power of words in its Words Matter challenge. Amazon vouchers will be awarded to the top 3 poems, and 5 runners-up will receive £10 book tokens. The winning poems will also appear in the paper. First News and charity Words Matter are using the competition to highlight the power of words to a child's mental health and development, something I think we can all get on board with, absolutely. Research has found that verbal abuse can be just as harmful as physical abuse, and its long-term effects include anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and sleep difficulties. So great cause is something we can all get on board with. I won't read the whole article to you, but I'm still trying to figure out where Will Poulter comes in. How do different words? We're challenging readers to write their own poems about the power of words. How do different words make you feel? Perhaps certain words said by adults help you feel confident and happy. Perhaps others hurt, down, or isolate. Okay, here we go. First News Editor-in-Chief Nikki Cox, Words Matter founder Jessica Bondi, poet Tally Gilbert, and Hollywood actor Will Poulter will judge the competition. Okay, I missed that bit. I thought it was just Will Poulter judging it by himself, which just didn't make any sense to me. But now that I see there's a whole team of judges, makes a little bit more sense. And so I retract my confusion. And yes, awesome. As I say, I think we can all get on board with that. So good stuff. All right, our last headline. Actually, let me catch up with the chat real quick first. Where did we get to? Good for you, Ghost of a Goddess. That's the newest poem I've written. I've done that. Nice one, Delgo. You're a diamond. I'm getting admission in my favorite university. Congratulations, Swastik. Well done. That's awesome. Sorry I missed that. Sorry, I'm only just seeing that now. Congratulations to going to your favorite university. Yeah, that's awesome. Well done, Swastik. That's really, really cool. Okay, our final headline for this evening. In new book, Ellen Burstyn reveals the secret that fueled her award-winning career. Poetry. Oscar-winning actor Ellen Burstyn has a new book coming out in 2026 that explores her connection to poetry. Oscar winner Ellen Burstyn, oh my goodness. Ellen Burstyn has a book coming out next year that reveals how she has been shaped by the power of words. Harper One, an imprint of HarperCollins, announced Wednesday that Burstyn's Poetry Says It Better, that's the title, Poetry Says It Better, will be released April 28th, 2026. So we still got a while to wait for that. Burstyn, 93, is known for such films as The Last Picture Show and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, for which she won an Academy Award. Political Animals, House of Cards. Sorry. Burstyn's favourite poets include Maya Angelou, Mary Oliver, and William Butler Yeats. Very good. I've been lucky enough to spend my professional life as an actress. I worked as a model and a dancer from the day I left high school and eventually reached a pinnacle in my career. Academy Award, Tony Award, 2 Emmys. Nevertheless, it is poetry that has fueled and sustained me because poetry is awesome. That was me adding that, but I'm sure that they would say something similar, and sustained me throughout my career and has been interwoven with every major life milestone I've ever experienced. So there you go, the power of poetry. All right, that is our breaking. Maybe they're getting a celeb to gain more publicity. Yeah, no, of course, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just didn't know that Will Poulter had anything to do with poetry. But yeah, that makes sense. On a roll, what? 3, 4 already? I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. All right, I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna give you guys 12 seconds from when I start counting, and there will be a delay. There's going to be an awkward delay because that's live media. I'm going to count to 15, and I want you all to throw your best fake news headline to appear at the top over here. So I'm going to count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not even counting on the playback yet. This is going to be awkward silence for a minute. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hit those headlines. And I'm going to sit here for the next 7 seconds or whatever the lag is for those headlines to start coming in. So yeah, I unblocked the. Actually, I don't know why. Oh, that's why. I don't think they have the brain cells between them to write a guzzle, quite honestly. Nightbot wasn't activated because Nightbot started going crazy for and blocking people for their names. So I disabled him, but I've put him back on. Nightbot hasn't been around for the last few streams. John Cena puts YouTuber Adam Gary through a table over poetry debate. Mr. Gary says he was flabbergasted by the reaction. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Danny. That was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one. All right, let's jump into the main section of the stream. What is the role of the poet?
Wow.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like this must have been this must have been a subject we've discussed on a stream before, but not recently enough for me to remember. Then again, I can't remember what I did yesterday, so we probably spoke about it. We probably spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. But I found a cool article, and I hope it isn't an article I've already shared as well. The more we do these streams, the harder it is to find unique talking points to get everyone talking. So, but yeah, we're going to talk about the role of the poets. I've got a article here. It's called "The Role of Poets in Society: Shaping Culture, Reflecting Humanity, and Inspiring Change." And yeah, two of those names, same deja vu erased backwards. Uh, I'm not sure what you mean, class. Have we done this already? Have we already done this? Um, if ever the world needed poets right now, it's sorry, if ever the world needed poets, it's right now. But yeah, let me just read some little. I'll pluck from this article. It's really cool. It's written by Alan Parry on thebrokenspine.co.uk. So Plato once proclaimed poetry is nearer to vital truth than history, highlighting the profound significance of this art form. As we delve into the role of poets in society, we are reminded of the power of their words to uncover essential truths and capture the essence of the human experience. I can't remember whose Instagram I saw it on. Someone posted it on Instagram the other day and I loved it. I might even have taken a screenshot. Shall I have a quick look? It was fantastic. Oh no, we need to read Herb's poem, don't we? Let me just see if I can find who posted it. Some I thought it was this one, but it's not this one. Okay. I don't know where I saw it then. I don't know where I saw it. So, paraphrasing, it was something like poets create. No, I don't know. It was really cool, but it was about how poets create nations and politicians, you know, do what politicians do. F it all up, basically. Um, so let me quickly read Herb's poem first before I completely forget, and then we'll get on to the role of the poet. So this is Black Aura by Mythical Meter, for those of you who don't know. A darkness lives in him. It invades all he contacts, leaving no recourse but to recoil in facts. Uh, Perhaps the exorcism will succeed this time, letting the light into his heart for once. But I fear he will never find his fire out of his own hell, perhaps his desire. Why would we attend to our need to save him when he clearly evades the attempt for light? Now, I know that Mythical Meter has a chat book coming out real soon, so okay. So the video has frozen. All right. Why is that then? Nope, still not working. Okay, bear with me, folks. Okay, it says that there's no. Hi, this is my built-in webcam. Let's go back to this. Did that work? Okay, I think that's. Are we back? Also, did Nightbot go rogue again? Don't know. Computers are fickle. So Nightbot is still going rogue. Oh no, this. All right, let me take Nightbot off. The stream is derailing. What is going on? Maybe Nightbot hacked into our stream. Unfrozen. Cool. Thanks. Um, all right. Sorry, that's thrown me off a little bit. Where were we? Where were we? Yeah, so that was Mythical Meter's poem, and I'm pretty sure that they are Herb is bringing out a chapbook like now, I think, if it's not already out. I know that they've been doing a lot of promo for it on his Instagram. So, yes, you're back. Yes, the bot went off a little. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Nightbot. So I've taken Nightbot back off. So let's get back into the role of poets in society. This article. Throughout history, poets have played a significant role in shaping societies. Their words have echoed through the ages, transcending time and boundaries. Uh, they are storytellers, record keepers, cultural transmitters. Very well written. I like that. Good job. Good job, Alan Parry. Their verses have become the threads that connect generations. Love that. Poets possess a unique ability to shape cultural identity through their art. As Rita Dove once said, poetry is language at its most distilled and most powerful. Poetry acts as a mirror reflecting the complexity and richness of the human experience. Poets delve into the depths of emotions, exploring universal themes and evoking profound connections. Inspiring change and social commentary. Poets have long been catalysts for change and agents of social commentary. Nietzsche once observed poets are shameless with their experiences. They exploit them. Indeed, poets fearlessly harness their personal experience and observations to shed light on political, social, and environmental issues. And I won't read all of it, just so you guys can hit that link.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Dazzle in the Dark, for that super chat. I really, really appreciate it. It's very, very much appreciated. So thank you so much. As Class said, thank you for supporting our community. Yeah, it's going a long way at the moment. So yeah, that's the article I found. But obviously, we're here to discuss amongst ourselves. So what do you guys think about the role of the poet? And as I say, it's probably really very much needed right now in the world. But also, um, the flip side of that, to entertain as well, I think, is just as vital as everything that's just read. Is absolutely correct. But also, entertainment is to this super chat thing on my screen is going crazy. Like the little thumb up with the three is like going like this. It's doing a little dance. I don't know if that's the same on anyone else's screen. Um, Also help people escape as well. At least that's what I try to do with my content here on YouTube. That's why I say no religion and politics and stuff. Because A, they're the two most divisive topics. And we're not about that. We want to come together. But also, I like to give people an escape from the everyday world. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think? If I asked you, if I sat you down right now, I was sitting opposite you and I was looking at you, but I wasn't pointing at you because that's rude. Um, I was just sitting opposite you and I said, "So, what do you think the role of the poet is?" What would you guys say? Mark is just throwing some crazy alliteration there. Dazzle dazzles with delight and delirious diamonds. Delirious diamonds. Dazzle, you are a delirious diamond, done with dove-like echoes. Love it. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with. I think Nightbot is gonna have to be permanently put in the in the naughty corner. I don't know if we're gonna be able to use Nightbot anymore. I really don't know why all of a sudden. Um, I don't know why all of a sudden they decided that they were gonna just not work. The role of the poet to bring out distinct moments within our daily life. Nice. I like that, class. Or can go unnoticed sometimes, yes. Or other times screaming and need a little more poetic reasoning. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. The eye of the poet, right? You got to see those finer details. You got to pick up on those distinct moments. That's what you put. Distinct moments, but also the moments that may otherwise pass us by as well. I guess basically, poets need to do everything. Poets need to do everything. R.I.P. Nightbot. Time to be sent to the Shadow Realms himself. Yeah, Nightbot is now permanently living in the Shadow Realm. This is just Nightbot's personality. That's kind of scary. It's kind of scary that Nightbot actually does kind of have a personality and a character to it. What else do we think is the role of the poet? Ah, nice. There we go, Mark. The poet makes sense of the chaos of life and does so in a way that seeps into the depths of the subconscious to help us figure out the whys and wherefores of this labyrinth we're all stuck in. Oh my goodness. I love the way you put that, Mark. That's a great comment. Thank you so much. Give Adam a follow on Instagram. Yes, thank you, Danny. I keep forgetting to mention that on these streams. Yeah, if you're on Instagram, I'm trying to get my numbers up. So if you fancy it, come and follow me, Adam Gary Poetry on Instagram. I do post stuff there if you want to keep up with what I'm doing outside of YouTube. Beautifully put, Mark. Yeah, absolutely beautifully put. I don't know why. All of a sudden, the lighting's a little bit dull. Everything's packing up on me. I'm not on Instagram. That's okay, class. That's okay. Anybody else have any thoughts about the role of the poet? Let me just scroll up. I'll read what we have again so far. Oh my goodness, I scrolled up to see Dazzle's super chat, and it's just the like counter is just doing its own thing. It's having like an exorcism or something. Is it freaking out for anyone else, or is it just me? Maybe it's Nightbot. Maybe Nightbot has actually hacked into my laptop and is doing weird stuff. So class says the role of the poet is to bring out distinct moments within our daily life, or can go unnoticed sometimes. Or other times screaming and need a little more poetic reasoning. Yeah. A poet makes sense of the chaos of life and does so in a way that seats into the depths of the subconscious to help us figure out the whys and wherefores of this labyrinth we're all stuck in. Adam has a grey cloud over him in his shed. Actually, we did have some incredible clouds today. The UK is having so much, uh, keeps having heat waves, and I hate it. Who would I be? I wouldn't be British if I wasn't complaining about the weather. Um, But yeah, Adam doesn't work so well in the heat. So I've kind of enjoyed the rain today and the dark clouds. I think collectively, at least before yesterday I slept all day pretty much. I didn't wake up until about 8:30, I think, and then I spent a couple of hours awake, and then I napped until about 3 p.m. because I needed it. I think last week collectively, as I say, up until Saturday, I got about 12 hours sleep all week. From Monday to Friday, I only had about 12 hours sleep. I was getting like 2 hours, 2.5 hours a night. You had a crazy thunderstorm. That's cool. I love thunderstorms. Harry hates them, bless him. Harry hates them. We have had yellow thunderstorm warnings in the UK currently. Yeah. I'm still waiting for that though. We just got at least where I am, just got a bit of rain. I'm waiting for that crazy thunderstorm, but then I'm also not because, as I say, Harry's terrified of them. So that's okay. I know it's about 105 degrees Fahrenheit today. Wow, that's crazy. 105 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if this has already been said. It was mentioned in the article, but poets are also like timekeepers, maybe timekeepers, keepers of the age. That sounds super dramatic. What's the role of the poet? They're the keepers of the age. Um, but they do reflect society in those times and you know thoughts. What did I say? There's a quote of mine on the laureateship website where I was trying to sound all cool and stuff. What is poetry? I was asked, what is poetry? And I said, if it loads in, to me, poetry is the capture of a momentary release of one's soul, forever apprehended on the page. So is that the poet's role to capture or yeah, apprehend A momentary release of one's soul. There you go. We've only had rain too, which is weird. Yeah, I'm still waiting for this yellow thunder warning thing, but maybe it's further up north. They usually get really bad weather up further up north than we do down south. At the moment, I'm writing a happy poem. Nice. It's very rare for us poets to turn around and say, I'm writing a happy poem. So that's great. I'm really happy for you, class. In memory of the Arabian Sea, splashing, flying around like dolphins. Nice. I love that. Thoughts, memories, snapshot of words. Yes, absolutely. Like a little Polaroid of words. But no, like yeah, what? I don't know. A Polaroid, but with words. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm talking nonsense now. Someone stop me. It makes sense. You guys know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Poetry is the 1,000 words a picture is worth. Oh, that's good. That's good. Is that original Ghost of a Goddess? That's good. I like that. Poetry is the 1,000 words a picture is worth. Picture is worth 1,000 words, is the saying, right? That is good. That is really good. I'm nerding out over that right now. I'm like, oh my goodness. Poetry is 1,000 words. Poetry is the 1,000 words a picture is worth. I like that. I'm gonna get that tattooed. I just thought of it right now. I bow down to you. I give you a round of applause for that one, Ghost of a Goddess. On the page, it becomes a permanent capture of a thought or series of thoughts that cause us to stop, uh, ponder, and question what we can learn from it. Yes, Mark, yes. On the page, one more time. On the page, it becomes a permanent capture of a thought or series of thoughts that cause us to stop, ponder, and question what we can learn from it. Yes, oh, I love poetry so much. You guys are hyping me up. I think poets, I, I think poets, oh, poet slash poetry. It's like, I think poets question. I don't even know how to say that as a question. I think poets. I think poetry gets people talking about their mental health, especially men, as they struggle to speak about their struggles because of society. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And again, round of applause for that competition that Will Poulter is judging for kids that looks at this. So yeah, absolutely. I applaud them for doing that. That's a cool competition. Usually, I'm not. Usually, I'm not. Massively keen on competitions. I know that I judged one recently. I sold out, and I've spoken about that on the channel. But usually, I'm not entirely keen on poetry competitions or art competitions in general. But if it gets kids talking about their mental health and stuff, I can get on board with that for sure. Brilliant and genius. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amen. This stream is so wild. I'm just looking at the preview and my face keeps changing color. Is it doing that for anyone else? this stream is cursed. Something is happening. The mic at first, then the camera froze, which has never happened before. Nightbot was naughty. My face keeps changing color on the camera where the camera is adjusting, but it's doing it too much. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Yeah. We're currently taking part in a cursed stream, everyone. Awesome. Did I see a heart come in as well? I thought I saw a heart come in just then. Yes, you're going blue, red, green at times. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I noticed it as you said it. What is going on with the stream tonight, everyone? And my members' streams as well. If you're a channel member and you've been watching the streams, but you haven't been watching them live, hey, we gained a subscriber. Awesome. Welcome to the channel. If you're a channel member and you've been watching my channel member live streams, but on the playback, I don't know why YouTube keeps cutting them off. The first one, I was live for 11 minutes last week, and we only got 1 minute 20 playback. And then this week's, look at those hearts coming in. Oh, you guys make me blush. Here, right back at you. Have some love. You haven't paid the electric bill. Uh, and now we're celebrating. It's always a party at Conversing with Poets. And then this week's, I was live for about 15 minutes at the laureateship office and given a whole update on things. And it's only uploaded, I think, 3 minutes. I don't know why it's doing that. The gremlins are out for sure. There are gremlins in the channel for sure. I think YouTube's been acting weird for other channels too. They might be changing some stuff in the back end then. Maybe they're like updating some stuff and adding new features, and it's creating bugs. I did get an email from YouTube. Party! Party on a Sunday! Yeah, Adam Gary poetry. Uh, yeah, YouTube want to start promoting collab videos. So I want to try and make some collab videos. Got an idea. Got an idea. Adam, check the site because a new member has joined. Just wanted to let you know. We got a new member. We got a new channel member. I know we got one last week, and then Genevieve, being the star that Genevieve is, gifted 5 memberships, I think. So now I'm just watching the playback, and it looks like the blue LED is sort of flickering. It is. The blue LED is flickering now as well. But it's not in real life. Only on the screen. The gremlins, the internet gremlins, the YouTube gremlins are with us. But that's okay. We like gremlins. Do we? I don't know. An interested person, should I say? Okay. Well, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the family. So good to have you here. Poulter, guys, I don't know what it is, but something's going on. Why do we always it's got to be me. I'm the host. It's always my fault. At the end of the day, it's always my fault. We always go from poetry stream to haunted stream. We always end up talking about ghosts and weird stuff because weird stuff keeps happening around me. That's why I just attract weirdness, weird things and broken lights and broken cameras and flickering here and there. I don't know. As long as you guys don't start hearing voices that aren't mine, then I will be out of here so quick. If you told me, oh, we just heard another voice, I would be out of here so quick. But don't do that now just to trick me, because I'm on to you already. I know some of you, as soon as I said that, I know some of you was like, oh, let's pretend. Let's pretend. We always blame ourselves for everything. You should get your little ghost device out and see what's happening. Yeah, I don't actually know where I packed that away somewhere. I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where it is. Maybe you need a side channel for ghost stuff. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I've wanted to start a second channel for ghost stuff and urban exploring and stuff like that. But I'm so busy. I don't know if I'd have the time. I'm so busy. And if you want to know why I'm so busy, if you want to see why I'm so busy, um, you can follow me on Instagram, Adam Gary Poetry, or you can just check out Surrey Poet Laureate on Instagram too. We post all of our events and stuff there. You don't have to follow it because I understand you guys are from all different corners of the globe, which is awesome, which is why I love doing this because I get to meet so many cool poets all over the place. But yeah, that's keeping me super busy at the moment. But yeah, I have definitely considered that. The spirit speaks. There's also there's a public footpath near me and it's supposed to be haunted. So I've thought about doing like ghost tours, ghost walks along this footpath. I have all these ideas, guys. I honestly wish that I could just stop my brain from having ideas. Don't do it, Adam. Don't stretch yourself transparent then. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of every year I say to you guys, I'm going to look after myself this year. I'm going to do better. And then somehow I end up making myself busier than the year before. It's a terrible habit, something that I need to get out of. I just love poetry so much. Like, I tell people I'm passionate slash obsessed. I just love everything I do so much. I can't help myself. And I just want to share that with everyone. I just want to share poetry with everyone and get everyone to write poetry. Um, so I need to just calm down a little bit, maybe. I can't. Just love it. It's like my life's mission. Glass is melting. Is it hot, class? I'm doing a lot better than I was this time last week. This time last week, I think I was literally melting in the shed. That's the best place to be. And life, you want to be passionately happy with what you're doing each and every day. Absolutely. Life is too short. Life is too short. I'm already 33. I know this always comes up too. I'm already 33. I was actually I was in Feltham today, which is where I grew up. Um and I was just driving around Feltham and I was just seeing my ghosts. I was seeing, places I would go in secondary school, places I'd walk, places I'd hang out, the cinema I used to go as a little kid. And being the sensitive poet type, I was just deep in my thoughts and deep in my emotions about how quick life goes. That's me laughing, melting. Okay, fair enough. Listen to everyone. One project at a time, Adam. I try. I have every intention to be like that, but I can't help it. I get so excited with my ideas and I just want to see I want to see them come to fruition. Memory lane, yeah, I was really in memory lane. Um I was deep in thought and deep in my emotions today, reminiscing. The little skater boy, right, that we talked about. Tell Nightbot to get off its circuits and ask the other world to send down the ghost poets to share their poetry. Could you imagine if we were doing like an on the hunt and a whole poem came through on the spirit box? That would be wild. I don't think that would ever happen, but that would be wild. And like undeniable proof, I would imagine. Yeah, it goes crazy quick. Like we are already 7 months down this year. How? Dude, 7 months into 2025 already? It's mental. Absolutely crazy. Goes way too quick. Way too quick. And all my friends are getting engaged and settling down and starting families. I don't know, man. Yeah, today just made me think about stuff. How quickly it's all going. Life. Life, eh? Here we are, getting in our feels. At least I am. Let's talk about ghosts. Let's distract myself. We have 14 people watching, but only 10 likes. And if that means there are some people who are watching who haven't hit that like button yet. So if you're enjoying this trip down Adam's melancholic memory lane, do hit that like button. No, it's almost Christmas, cold and snowing again. But before Christmas we have Halloween, and that's the main thing. You know I love Halloween. You know how much I love Halloween, guys. Wow, I'm back. Miss you, Adam, and all. I am very busy working outside in the summer. Still lots of affection for you all. Welcome back, Ken. Good to see you back in the chat. Thanks for being here. Always here for you, Adam. I'm just, it was, as I say, it was really weird. It was genuinely really weird to be back in the town I grew up in and just literally seeing my ghosts, you know, different places, different conversations and different life events that would happen, I guess, if you like. Hello, Mythical Meter! Welcome to the stream. I have read your poem on stream, so do be sure to go back into the playback. I read it just after the news section. But hello, Mythical Meter. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much, everyone who's just hit that like button. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. It does help the channel, I promise you. It does help the channel. I'd like to say I was working outside. I was napping. Hey, I don't blame you. As I said yesterday, I napped. I woke up at 8, did a couple of things for a couple of hours, and then maybe by 11, had a nap until 3 p.m., and then I just laid in bed. I was just corpsed on the bed. We've sort of discussed about, thank you for the reading, absolutely, no problem. We are discussing the role of the poet. We kind of have discussed the role of the poet, so if you have any input on that, Mythical Meter, what you think the role of the poet is. And now we're kind of just talking about ghosts again. I'm here too, just haven't piped up yet. Hi, Caro, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. 100%, I don't particularly like going back to our hometown. Drove past my childhood home last time, and well, yeah, I was considering, once I had finished doing what I was doing in Felton, I was considering maybe swinging by the childhood home, but I thought that would just be nostalgia and overload. It would just be too much, so I didn't. I didn't. Hey, Mythical and Kara. Hi, Mythical Meter. Hi, Ken. Mythical M. Hey, nice. I don't know if you meant to do that, but Ken M. I get to host a poetry workshop tomorrow. So, as you know, I do Monday to Friday poetry workshops in the mornings in my local libraries. And I get to go to a brand new library tomorrow. Should I be as excited as I am? Yeah, I think so. It's cool. But yeah, it's brand spanking new. We're going to be one of the first, if not the first group to use the new space, which is exciting. Um, so yeah, I have my poetry hub tomorrow in a brand new library. I'm really looking forward to it. Good choice is somewhat upsetting. I was thinking about it, yeah, and then obviously I was thinking about the house, and then I was thinking about the sort of playground opposite that I've spoken about with the skateboard and stuff like that, and then I was thinking about my childhood best friend and then my pets, and yeah, I was just going deep today. I was going deep. Yeah. Diving deep into my memories. But yeah, I'm excited to be in a new library tomorrow. Love a good library. Yeah, absolutely. I love the old libraries that smell old, they look old. You know the ones I'm talking about, the dark academia style libraries. But I'm equally as excited to go and check out this brand new library tomorrow with all the new um, spaces. They've teamed up with the local museum, so there's going to be cool local artifacts in amongst the bookshelves and stuff. So that's really cool. Uh, Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We currently have 20 viewers. Oh my goodness, where is everyone coming from? Hello, everybody. So good to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the dark academia, the old dusty libraries, or do you prefer a nice modern new library? My town just tore down a historical building. That was the library? No. And built this huge modern one. I was so sad about it. Ah, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I guess yeah, that does suck. I guess so this new library is the old library hasn't been torn down. It's just moved out of that building and it has moved into a modern building, so nothing's getting torn down for it. So I guess that's why it's not as devastating as that would be. The United States is the most haunted country in the world. Fun fact. I heard the UK was the most haunted country in the world. I challenged that, Mitchell Malone. I challenged that. Where did you get that fact from, Mitch? I'm challenging you, Mitch. I'm fact checking you. I can say that because Mitch is my friend. Mitch is my good bud. I love big old libraries that smell like old books. Old book smell is so nice. Yeah. I love old book smell and I also love new book smell. I just love book smell. I'm going to stop saying that because that sounds weird. I love book smell. It makes me sound a bit odd. I am a bit odd. There are ghosts out there who don't realize they have died, which means they're permanently confused about where they are and can't understand why people cannot see them. Yes. Yeah. Have you seen the film Ghost? Literally, Patrick Swayze, Whoopi Goldberg, Demi Moore. It's a great film. It's an emotional film. I live in the US. Sometimes there are rumors about, I think the UK has its share. Oh, yeah. I also like I've kind of been since that was put in the chat, I've been trying to think about that. I also wonder if places like Egypt are super haunted too, with all the curses and stuff. Or maybe I've just seen The Mummy too many times. Maybe I've just watched Brendan Fraser fight too many mummies. All right, folks. As I said at the start of the stream, I am only streaming for an hour this evening, so I will be saying good night now, or good afternoon, good morning. I'm just going to keep saying that because it's a different part of the day wherever you are. Check out The Ghosts Are Tired of Your Questions in the Alchemist's Lantern. Yes, yes. As I said, Mythical Meter is publishing a chapbook, um, and I'm assuming the poem that I read is from that chapbook. YouTube is hating on Mitch. His facts are from spiritshack.co.uk, so could be true, could be false. Fair enough. Well, there you go. I'm going to send you um, on your ghost fact investigation, and you can let me know next week uh, at next week's Conversing with Poets. So I will say good evening there. Thank you so much for the super chat, Delgel and Dazzle. I really genuinely do appreciate it. Thank you to Danny for being an awesome mod as always. Can we please throw some thanks in the chat for Danny as well for always supplying us with the links. And yeah, thank you so much for checking out the National Poets video. I did notice that after I asked if you could check it out, the views started going up again. So thank you so much for your love and support on that one. Until next time, as class says, happy writing, and see you next week. Oh, okay, YouTube has just crashed on my laptop. But if history is anything to go by, I'm probably still live, even though I've crashed here. So yeah, another gremlin, I guess. See you later, everyone.
Wow.